Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit. I am here with your weekly tarot and oracle card reading. So, I just lit my Scorpio candle. Scorpio is represented by the root chakra, Muladhara, Muladhara chakra. This is the grounding. This is where we imagine ourselves in our bodies, our spirit in our bodies, rooted not only in our bodies, but how our bodies are rooted in the earth. This is where life springs to and where life returns. This is where we begin life, is in our root chakra. So that is just a little bit about how Scorpio is connected to our chakra system. Now, we are currently in the waxing gibbous phase of the moon. And I talk about if you're new, again, I talk a lot about the moon phases, specifically the dark moon, but I'm expanding. I'm expanding my knowledge of the moon, and I'm using these wonderful cards from the Moonology Oracle Cards Guidebook and deck. Um, so as of this reading, we're currently the moon is in the waxing gibbous again, and here you can see we're very close to our goal because we are moving into this full moon energy. The full moon will be on October 31st. It will be a full blue moon in the sign of Taurus. So I'm not going to focus on signs today. I'm on signs as far as the moon phases today. So let's go ahead and I'll read about the gibbous moon. Okay, gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. Let's see if I can put this up a little closer so you can see that. You're very close to achieving your goal. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to the situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. Attune to the moon by saying, I know that I am on the right track. Additional meanings for this card. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move toward your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. And you need to get back into good health habits. The gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon, so she's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such, tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. So, the next phase that we're moving into would be surrender to the divine. And of course, this card talking about the gibbous moon being the bulge, this is in the moon phases when we connect the moon to the feminine. This would be the pregnant virgin. And once we hit the full moon, this would be the mother phase. This would begin the mothering phase because whatever it is that we have been not physically pregnant with, but like whatever idea that we've been pregnant with, whatever thing that we have been holding inwardly, it's now time to release that thing. It's now time to achieve that goal. And then when we move into the full moon phase, it'll be surrendering to the divine energy that we're stepping into our full ownership and full power. Okay, I'm going to set these back, and I'll read the full moon card in the full moon Taurus reading, special reading for Halloween. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What do I have today? I'm going to use my Wild Unknown deck today. Okay. All right. So let's see. Yeah, we've got in the special reading, I'm also going to talk a little bit about Halloween and how it's celebrated pagan style. I'm still writing some stuff up about it, but yeah, I can't wait to share it with you all. Okay, so before I shuffle, let me go ahead and clear the energy here. Create a sacred circle for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. So I call on my divine masters and teachers. I call on my ascended, enlightened ancestors. And I call on the elements of air, water, fire, earth, and of course, the fifth element, the nature that unites us all. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. Can you give me some cards for the week of, and I don't read in the reversal in my weekly readings, by the way. So this is a reading for October 26th, Spirit, the week of October 26th. Can you give us some guidance messages for the week of October 26th? Wow. Lots of messages out here. Wow. Okay. So do you have any other guidance? Oh, lots of wands. It's interesting. We're in Scorpio season, but I'm seeing a lot of fire here. A little bit of earth. A little bit of earth. It's okay. A little bit of air. Okay. Wow. 1 second. I'm going to get some water. Okay, let's see. So we've got, first out is the Ace of Wands. Then we have the Daughter of Wands, which is also the Page of Wands. We have the Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, Father of Wands, and the Lovers. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Mother of Wands. So right off the bat, we have, yes, a lot of Wands energy, a lot of fire signs. But we do have a pair. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands out on the table. So I see a lot of new beginnings here, a lot of new starts. And of course, that's pretty accurate when we're talking about moving into this full moon energy. But the Ace of Wands comes to us with an offer of a new, it's almost like a new spark of energy. Maybe we do have some clarity or some idea of what we want to do, or what action we want to take, because it seems as if a lot of us might have been sitting in this Have you ever, so you know in like those old cartoons where they have these cannons and the cartoon character loads up the cannon, and sometimes there's a person that they put in, like another character goes into the cannon and they fire it off, like they light the fuse on the cannon. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it just that's the first thing that came to mind. But there's this idea that you've been put into the cannon and you've just been waiting for the fuse to finally like go, the fuse to finally like burn down and light off this gunpowder that will shoot you into your future. You've been waiting on this. And here it is. Here it is. Here's the thing. But the thing is that it's going to propel you to a level that you were expecting, but it was kind of a level that you might not have been prepared for, which is fine. I mean, a lot of new things start in a way that we're probably not prepared for, and that's kind of what the Page of Wands is bringing us. It's this message of starting something new. It's starting something new, bringing new life. You might even be starting, really? You might even start a new family. I don't know. Okay. All right. You might be starting a new family, because I even see in this Three of Wands now, in the traditional Rider-Waite Three of Wands, we would see a man standing on a mountaintop with three wands in the ground and kind of looking off into the sea, waiting to see what might come in, waiting to see, looking out at sea. Um, so waiting to see what might come forward. But with this, it's as if we're looking through a portal of our own creation. The Three of Wands in this photo or in this visual very much to me looks as if now, and I will say, um, this is more when we think about the womb, a woman's womb, we think about the entry into a portal, and and a lot of times, yes, the wands are symbolic of passion, of a physical nature, but to me, it looks like here we're also creating something new. We're kind of laying the foundation, um, for something completely different. We've been shot out of our bubbles, out of our own our old way of thinking into this new way of being. So we're not even in the same way of being anymore. We're completely in a new realm with a new self, even so that we are looking, passing through this portal, right? We're rebirthing ourselves into this newness, giving ourselves this new foundation. We are rebirthing ourselves, and that is also the um, the meaning of Scorpio season, is this honoring of we honor the past, we honor the elders, we honor the life death cycle, but we also do this in a way that we can move into our new realms and our new selves, um, fully fully regenerated and fully the thing that we want to be. So we're not hanging on too much to the past and to the old self. We are unrooting ourselves to be pushed and to be birthed, excuse me, into something new. And this Ace of Pentacles is that something new. This Ace of Pentacles is this Ace of Pentacles is a new start, a new foundation. And I know that it seems weird, but the Tower card popped up along with the Ace of Pentacles. Now, of course, in this visual, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles is shown as the stump of a tree. We're looking at it from the top down. And so we can also understand, if we take this visual of the Ace of Pentacles into account and we're looking at the tower, if we're looking at the tower from the top down, that means we are in control of how we create this new thing. What we're being told to do is cut down something that we know dearly, something we're being asked to recreate, we're being asked to reimagine, we are being asked to destroy. Quite honestly, I know that sounds pretty rough, but we are being asked to destroy the things that are no longer meant for us and really get back to our foundation, get back to who we are, get back to our real core passion, because what has been built is no longer for us, and we are given the opportunity to rebuild. We are given the power to rebuild. I don't know if you all have ever taken the time to think about for yourselves your own power. And I know the thing that blows my mind is that, I do these readings assuming that you all are aware of your power and in your power, but also, I keep forgetting to, remind you of your power when you're in this space. This space is for you to decide whether or not it resonates or not. That's the power of any kind of spiritual undertaking, is knowing what's good for you, knowing what's for you, not good for you, knowing what's for you, good or bad. That's the other thing. So the big thing here is acknowledging that we have the power all along. We have always had the power to knock down something that's not working for us and keep what does work for us so we can grow something new. The fire at the center of this pentacle shows that we are kind of in this energy of the phoenix, where we are, and again, there's that Scorpio theme of life, death, rebirth, where we're honoring the roots of our ancestors, but we're knocking down anything that is not of that intent, not of what the ancestors did not want. You know what I mean? So there's power there, and I don't know if people think about how powerful they are when they go to recreate their lives, recreate something new, not even recreate, but create something new for themselves. We are never stuck or beholden to anyone else unless we give them the power to do so. So here is where Father of Wands shows up. The Father of Wands. Now, of course, the bottom of the deck here is the Mother of Wands. The Mother of Wands is very much a free spirit. She is, now, of course, the Empress card being aside, but of all the other queens, of all the other suites, the Mother of Wands is closest to nature. The Mother of Wands is closest to her sexuality. The Mother of Wands is closest to her root chakra, than a lot of the other queens. She's very much a sensual person. She's very much in that energy of I can do with or I can do without, but there's no difference to me because it's all one and the same. For the Mother of Wands, she is in full ownership of herself, and if that's not if that's not recognizing Scorpio, I don't know how else to describe it. I know that Scorpio is a water sign, and with the wands is about our fire, but I do sense that scorpionic, a little bit of that scorpionic drive that's just behind this Mother of Wands. But with the Father of Wands, there is an increased level to that to that person, to that nature. The Father of Wands wants to rush in and just start things anew, rush in with passion, rush in to start something, really just ready to start something new. Um, and the Father of Wands is also this very mature energy. So it could be that there's this maturity. You're approaching your life with a new maturity and a new sense of self. Excuse me. Now, the last card is the Lover's card. The Lover's card, this is only the second major arcana. We've got two major arcana out here. Interesting. So, okay, the Lover's card is out. The Lover's card is the Gemini card. This is about Could be about making a decision, like a very big decision is being made. And that's really what I sense in this reading. There's a big decision being made. There's a lot of power coming through, a lot of ownership of power. You're very much in this root chakra energy where you are owning your world and yourself. But the lovers here is also um, indicative of it being a different life than you ever thought. It could be, it could be some sort of, oh, what's the word? Uh, it's like unconventional. It could be an unconventional relationship, something that's not traditional. And again, that's where we see, this non-tradition, right, of this, this Ace of Pentacles. We are chopping down everything. We're rebuilding completely new. Like we are in a very powerful role this week. If we honor our ancestors by talking to them and understanding, like, hey, look, you did a wonderful, you did a great job with the time you had on this earth and the time you spent with me, for me, etc. I ask of you, I want to honor the work that you've done. I want to honor, the life going forward, but I also need to honor my own path here and the thing that I must lay down as your ancestors, right? As the ancestors also laid stuff down. So it's time to um, go. I don't want to say go back, but it's time to go forward into traditions that get us back to communion with the earth, communion with self, communion with, our place on this earth. We are not meant to consume until nothing is left. That is what is known as the death mother energy. And when I say death mother, I mean this is the energy that gives life and takes away, but there's no life after that. This is the type of energy that um, stops us from, excuse me, it stops us completely from doing the thing. And basically, the dark mother energy is the energy where we are. Where we are actually facing the start of something completely new and the start of complete new life. This is the energy where it says, I don't know, I don't think you can do that. That's it's basically a toxic version. So that's the other thing that we have to watch out for here, is that kind of toxicity, that thing, the voice that says, I don't think you can do that. That's the voice of the death mother, right? That's the voice of the death mother, and that's the voice of the thing that stops us completely in our tracks from doing anything. Um, there's a better term for it, and hopefully I'll find it. I'll be able to link to it in the description. But um, yeah, this is a very powerful reading, you guys. This is a reading this week of you all owning and starting something new, rebirthing yourselves, and really getting into celebrating this scorpionic energy. Okay, so let's see. Oh, excuse me. Let's do an oracle card. Let's go find an oracle card. Actually, I think I want to do, how many minutes do I have? Okay. I wanted to do 2 oracle cards, but I think I only have time for 1. So let's go ahead here. We've got the Shaman cards. I'll go ahead and shuffle them 2 ways. Spirit, can you please give us some guidance for the week of October 26th for the collective? Thank you so much. Oh, right there. All right. Middle world. Now I'm going to see if I can get one. No. Nope, they don't want to be pulling more. Okay, cool. All right, middle world in reverse. See if I can get that. So this is the middle world card. Now, and I will say these cards I will read in reverse for the weekly readings, but for tarot, for the weekly readings, I only read in the upright. But that does not mean that I don't read in the reverse at all. I just want people to know that. So this is if I turn it right side up, you can see it's the card number 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. So if you're into numerology, you might see that as the nearness to a completion. From what I know of the middle world, this is where shamans go, and it kind of reflects kind of our world right now, because there's 3 worlds in the shamanic layout. There's the lower world where we go to get divine information or guidance on a lower level nature, and that's not to say, excuse me, that's not to say it's, when we think of Christianity, that it's akin to hell. That's not it. It's just closer aligned to the mysticism of things. Middle world kind of reflects the world that we are in above ground. So the middle world might actually look like or have people in it. And then, of course, there's the upper world. The upper world is where we get guidance from the shamans get guidance from divine beings. They're all divine beings, but it's just depending on you go to a different place depending on what kind of information you need help with or need to get. So let's take a look at middle world in reverse. Okay, so the essence of this card. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is a mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. The medicine. Do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available to you yet. So it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms, from helpers in the upper world. For now, wait. That's kind of what I'm feeling at the head of this week, like at the start of this week, is that a lot of us might again be in that energy of, we're in the cannon, right? Just waiting for that spark of fuse, right, to hit that gunpowder and send us off into our destiny. And this guidance card is saying that we've got to kind of chill in that cannon mode for a little bit longer. But it's really good to know, looking forward, what we face when it's time to actually claim this very powerful sense of ownership of not only ownership of self, but ownership of the new world that we will be shot into. And because it will definitely not look like anything that we've ever seen before. So stay ready, stay in that mode. I think this card for me is another indicator that it's time for me to go on another shamanic journey, and this time to the upper world. And once I do that, I will go ahead and I will post it to YouTube. Now, the other thing is that I have started a Patreon. If you you go either to my YouTube homepage, you'll see my Patreon link. I'll also include it in the description. But essentially, what I'm offering is currently only have one tier, and that tier gives you access to more readings. And eventually, what I would like to do is to be able to do the monthly multi-sign sun and rising readings But for now, I'm just going to do those readings. You'll be able to access them in the Patreon link. And I'm also moving all of my shamanic readings over there as well. So, yeah, just if you would like access to further readings, I'd also over there like your input on what kind of readings you would like to see if you are involved or wanting to get involved as a patron of this channel and of my work. So thank you so much for being here this day and this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I look forward to releasing the full moon reading in a couple of days, full moon in Taurus. But other than that, have a wonderful week, and I hope you are preparing to be shot out of that cannon. All right, thanks. Bye.